Deep in the canyons of New Mexico, ancient homes cut into cliff walls have kept their secrets for hundreds of years. Built long ago by native peoples called the Mogollon, these cliff dwellings offer a rare glimpse into the past. Using only stone tools, the Mogollon crafted elaborate shelters inside the Gila Canyon caves. Entire families resided in this rocky land known for its hot springs, rivers, and forests. By discovering the ruins and artifacts left behind, we uncover the story of these resourceful tribes who thrived centuries before modern times. Join us as we explore the lost world of the cliff dwellers. The Gila Cliff Dwellings National Monument is a special protected area in southwest New Mexico near Silver City. It was established back in 1907 by President Theodore Roosevelt to preserve some really amazing ancient cliff dwellings built into the sides of canyons by a native group called the Mogollon. These dwellings offer an awesome glimpse into what life was like over 700 years ago for these people. I bet very few folks at the time got the chance to ever see buildings like this. The area is rugged and dry, with steep canyons cut by shallow rivers that run between forested mesas and mountains. Definitely not an easy place to build a village. Archaeologists figure maybe 10 to 15 families were able to construct nearly 50 rooms across 5 caves along the Cliff Dweller Canyon. That's pretty impressive. They must have been master builders to create multiple stories inside the caves using local wood and stone. Dendrochronology shows the wood is from around 1276 to 1287. The Mogollon were likely here during the late 1200s up until maybe the early 1300s, judging by various ruins in the area. Why they ultimately abandoned this spot remains a mystery, though, after living here for who knows how long. In addition to the namesake cliff dwellings, there's also ruins called the TJ Ruins up on a bluff with nice views of the Gila River that runs through the area. TJ stands for the old ranch name, I guess. Other sites have colorful names like Javelina House and West Fork Ruin. The first outsider to happen upon this area was apparently a guy named Henry Ailman in 1878 while he was trying to get out of jury duty. Word of this discovery eventually got out, and several researchers came to study the dwellings over the following years. More folks started visiting once resorts and tours opened up nearby. Early on, a few mummified bodies had been uncovered in the area, but unfortunately most were taken by looters and collectors before real archaeologists could properly examine them. One mummy of an infant did make it to the Smithsonian, though, which even today probably draws interest for such a remote monument. Protection for sites like these was just getting started in 1906 with the Antiquities Act, signed by the president, allowing national monuments to be created on public lands containing ruins. So really this spot was ahead of the curve, becoming one of the earlier preserved locations. While tourism here was picking up, they still needed someone to look after the dwellings, so an old settler named Doc Campbell became the first park ranger, and his family continues to guide wilderness trips in the beautiful Gila area to this day. Talk about local legends. The National Monument today covers over 500 acres, with a nice visitor center and museum near the TJ Ruins, operated by the Forest Service and Park Service. You can check out Mogollon artifacts found both within the monument grounds and elsewhere in the Gila wilderness. Plus, learn more about the history and ecology of the region through educational exhibits. Definitely worth a stop before or after your visit, and there's more than just old dwellings to enjoy. The hot springs nearby were a result of past volcanic activity and offer a relaxing soak with nice views. The Gila River also provides good fishing, and countless trails await exploring on foot or horseback through the Gila National Forest and Wilderness if you want to better appreciate the remarkable yet harsh landscape these ancient people carved a home from using the local cliffs and canyons. Now, the only way to actually reach the famed cliff dwellings themselves is by hiking a popular mile-long loop trail composed of footbridges spanning a stream running through the canyon below the caves. It starts from around 5,700 feet elevation and tops out just under 5,900 feet when you arrive. So a good workout climbing in the elements these settlers would have faced season to season. Thankfully, the whole trek typically takes less than an hour given the excellent path. But be sure to pause and grasp the grandeur of what still stands strong, 700 plus years since construction. The Gila Cliff Dwellings. National Monument is a special place that lets people connect with ancient humans from the past. Here you can witness the innovation and resilience of the Mogollon culture. Hundreds of years ago, they amazingly carved out homes and shelters amid the dramatic cliffs in the Gila area to live in. They were able to build houses with multiple floors inside natural caves along the canyon walls, using wood and stones found locally in the wilderness. Their methods for cutting into these cliffs to create dwellings were really advanced for native peoples at the time. And the design of their cliffside homes with multiple stories by using the natural shape and features of caves is impressive even today. The fact that these dwellings inside have been able to stand firm against all types of weather and still remain today, over 700 years later, shows just how sturdy their construction was. By protecting this special national monument site, it preserves the remarkable Mogollon structures for visitors to admire and learn from for generations to come. Getting to view and walk through where these resourceful tribes once lived along the remote Gila cliffs gives glimpses into their ancient world that history books alone cannot capture. It took pioneers and presidents to protect this site, so we can glimpse the lives of those who came before in such an unforgiving yet beautiful spot. So take a hike back through history if you're ever near Silver City. And that wraps up the captivating tale of the Gila Cliff Dwellings National Monument. We've uncovered secrets of the Mogollon people and viewed their 800-year-old world through new eyes. From the dramatic cliffs to the winding Gila River, this wilderness still echoes ancient tales. Have you hiked out to witness these dwellings contained within the canyon caves? Would you explore beyond the ruins to discover more cliffside stories? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to ArcheoTrek as we venture across protected sites containing America's heritage.